Housing demand in Canada is being driven by a surprising factor. There is an interesting article from Royal Bank which reveals a point of view where Canadian real estate differs from its neighbor. Although I have previously said several times that immigration is the biggest factor influencing Canadian real estate, there is also another important factor that is quite interesting. Let's take a look right after this. Hi there, welcome back to AV Team Real Estate. I'm Antonio, a local real estate agent in the GTA. I hope you have been enjoying my weekly videos that I put out every week. And if you like the content, please hit the like button, go subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you won't miss our weekly videos. In addition, if you want to chat with me about the current volatile market, feel free to book a call with me using the first link below, or simply call or text me at this number. I'd gladly love to talk to you. This RBC article, which was published a few weeks ago on August 17, was eye-opening and may have effects on the future of the real estate market in Ontario. Many economists believe that Toronto, along with basically all other large Canadian cities, is presently witnessing a housing correction. And many are worried that it will follow what happened during the 2008 financial crisis. It was the most serious financial crisis since the Great Depression in 1929, or the early 1990s recession that lasted many years. However, two major forces are mentioned in this RBC article that they believe will not last as long. It says in this article, immigration is rebounding from pandemic lows, and new targets should mean a record number of newcomers. The federal government is targeting 1.3 million new permanent residents, or 550,000 households by 2024. It is no surprise that when more people come to the country, more housing demands are required. The interesting part of this RBC article is where it says, but RBC said housing demand will also see a boost from another often overlooked demographic change, shrinking households. From 2016 to 2021, the average household size declined by 0.02 people, raising the total number of households by 140,000. What does it mean that households are shrinking and demographic change is occurring? In recent trends and with the advancement of technology, we can agree that people's life expectancies are much longer than before. And that means that elderly are living longer in their homes for longer. It gets worse when their partners die. The number of widow seniors living alone has also been increasing because of this shrinking household trend. Further breaking down the article, it says since 2016, one-person household has become the most common, with nearly 30% of Canadians living alone. RBC said part of this can be attributed to aging, but more young Canadians are also choosing to live alone and starting families later. My guess is that young Canadians are staying in school longer and starting their career later. Because housing affordability is becoming an issue in Toronto, young Canadians tend to marry later, form families later, and are unwilling to have more than one child or none at all. In summary, we are witnessing the elderly and young Canadians shrinking housing trend, and that could simply contribute to having more demand for homes with such a small household. If we compare to that since the 1800s, the average Canadian household had 6 or more people, and now it has dropped to only 2.4 people per household. That is a significant drop. Imagine that we have 1,000 immigrants coming to Canada. According to the old standard, we just need to build 166 homes to fill the demand. For now, with today's average household size of 2.4 people, we need 417 homes instead of 166 homes. Let's examine the article claims that as of 2016, one-person homes have surpassed all other in popularity, with about 30% of Canadians doing so. If you consider it more carefully, that means that in order to achieve an average of 2.4 people per household, more young Canadian families have one child or none at all. With this magnitude of shrinking household trend, RBC says smaller households should lead to 90,000 new households by 2024. According to official data, Canada's population increased to 37 million in 2021, a 5.2% increase from 2016. primarily due to immigration. The downtowns and far suburbs of major cities had the highest growth. Canada continued to be the fastest growing G7 country between 2016 and 2021, adding 1.8 million people, with approximately 80% of those new immigrants coming from abroad, according to Statistics Canada publication of the Census 2021. The pace of growth of Canada's population is almost double the pace of the average of any other 38 country in accordance with the OECD, which is the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. By 2024, we anticipate that 730,000 more households will have been added, taking into account both the increase in immigration and shrinking household size reduction. Having said that, it seems that the housing market will find the bottom sooner rather than later, with this much demand for the main two factors that were brought up by this article from RBC. Average prices up 0.9%, while sale of home fell 34.2% in Canada in August compared to the same month last year. As increased mortgage rates chilled the sweltering market, sales fell from the 6th month in a row. Before the market responded to rising mortgage rates, RBC predicted the house resale will decline by 23% this year and another 15% the next year. Prices will bottom in spring 2023, down about 12% from the recent peak. I tend to agree with this direction, since we could also see the huge demand from the rental market, and I'm starting to pick up more phone calls from past clients that were sidelined after the interest rate hike. They wanted to take advantage of a quieter market and see if they could get opportunities to enter the market without competition. I'm curious to hear your opinion on when the housing market will bottom, and do you agree with the direction of this article from RBC? Feel free to discuss it in the comment section down below. If you like the content of this video and find it informative, please help out our channel by liking the video and consider subscribing to the channel to keep up and stay on top of the market. And also hit the bell notification icon so that you can be notified when our new video is up. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.